I finesse, I done, I hit, get a plan. Osco, that might whoa, no low, got screen on yo-yo. She post up a MCM and we like that JoJo. When we out and we see him, he always ask for photo. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. That boys and they can't win. Check. Going up. We in it, we gonna. Going up. Tell it like my persona. Going up. Ripping up was honest.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Ravens going up against the Broncos.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. First carry for Derrick Henry, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, here we go. Blue
90. On second down, here's Simeon. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. A good pickup there, a 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now it's Simeon. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Carry for Henry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throw on second is Simeon. And incomplete on the deep ball. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Simeon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Vereen. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now back to throw. A screen here to Vereen. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
They'll run. It's Vereen. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
They set up the screen for Henry, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun on third, Simeon. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Marshall. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, here we go. Boom,
they go play action here on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back. On 1st and 10, Simeon. It's caught by Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
First down throw, Kelly. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
First down and goal to go from the 7. Gives to his fullback, Janovich. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second down, here's Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Second down, Kelly. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Gun, Simeon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And this is caught, Jeremy Maclin. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go now.
After the interception, here's Simeon. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first down throw, Simeon. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs. From his outside linebacker spot, he comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Here's Simeon now on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Third and long. It's Simeon. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On first down, Simeon. Launching one for Henderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. A final shot before break. Simeon going deep here for Bryant. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
On the ground, Rodgers. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Macklin, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. He'll look to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Rodgers. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 5. Another carry now for Rodgers. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On third down, it's Rodgers, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jaquiz Rodgers, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Bryant with a catch right side. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Nice move at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by a former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They begin with Henry. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's Kelly looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He hits Rodgers in the flat, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
To throw on second is Simeon. Bryant has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Play clock winding down. On 1st and 10, Simeon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Kelly throwing again. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, it's Kelly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Kelly now. Back to the air on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
The Broncos on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Simeon now to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. Finding room inside the 40. Right side catch, Gilmore. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a handoff looking right. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe...
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And now it's second and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch him. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
All right, here we go.
They begin the drive with Williams. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Now Kelly to throw from his end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. And here now it's second and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense.
Here we
first down at Simeon. Complete to Bryant. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here we go now.
He's back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they try the right side here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Ravens, It was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to get back on the beam.